Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
House impeachment managers expected to wrap up their case against the president today as Donald Trump's team gets ready to mount a defense. A recap from what was said yesterday and whether there have been any backdoor dealings to make a deal on witnesses.
2 more people have died from the flu here in Kern County, and local health officials have an urgent warning for you.
Volunteers are fanned out across Kern County this morning to get a picture of what our homeless population's dealing with and how many are living without shelter. This is Friday, January 24th, 2020. Good morning. Good to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher. And, these cold mornings, which we've had a lot of lately, really make you think about those people who are living without shelter in our community, and there are a lot of them.
Yeah, we've actually seen an influx over the last several years, and we'll get a better count today, and we'll get those results later. We'll get to that story in just a moment, but first we're talking about your forecast on this finally Friday. And Alyssa is in this morning for Kevin. And Alyssa, it was so foggy yesterday, and it came out of nowhere, it seemed like.
Yeah, it was clear when we came in, and then it rolled in.
It rolled in around 6 o'clock, I think, yesterday. I mean, it was just like that. It was very fast.
Yes, it certainly was. And it was really after around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock when the sun came up that we, of course, didn't see the sun because of the fog, and visibilities were down to just a quarter of a mile. This morning, we're going to do it all over again. We have a dense fog advisory, and even though it may not be foggy now, we do have some fog in the forecast, so it could once again arrive a little bit later, so keep that in mind. Currently looking as the clouds have left and have moved to the south, but we are watching right now as visibilities are down in the Central Valley to 0 as we head up near Merced. Fresno, 2-mile visibility. Here in the city, we have 4-mile visibility, but you'll notice this little cloud area right here. We may see some visibilities reduced as we head over to Shafter, Wasco, Delano. Those areas right now could see that. Now by 8 a.m., we'll be down to 2-mile visibility in the outlying areas, Southwest Bakersfield included, out near the 5, and then we should be fine. So it may not be quite as thick as tomorrow morning, but I do think that we will see fog in the outlying areas outside of Bakersfield this morning for sure. So taking you outside then, temperatures look like this. We're not too cold, 46 at 7 a.m. And then this afternoon, highs around 59 at 3 o'clock into the mountains. Temperatures again starting out in the upper 30s, lower 50s on the way. We'll have much more on that in Pinpoint Weather. But first, look at traffic this morning with Alex.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. And taking you outside for the first time this morning, here's a look at the morning commute on the 99 at Airport Drive. And as you can see, things are smoothly running on that side of town. We do have a car fire being reported on the 119 near Elk Hills Road. We'll keep you updated on that to see if that's going to become any of an issue. But it looks like things are pretty quiet on that incident. And it looks like the tow truck is going to take care of that car and tow it away. Other than that, it's all looking pretty good across the county. Just keep in mind that especially later in the morning, you could see the fog start to thicken. So just keep that in mind and give yourself plenty of extra time, especially if you're headed north. We'll have another check of your commute coming up in about 15 minutes.
5:03 now. A man's recovering this morning after he was hit by a train in East Bakersfield. Emergency crews were called to the tracks at Laguna Seca Way and Oswell Street just before 8 o'clock last night. That's where they found the victim. No word on how he ended up on the train tracks. The sheriff's office says the man suffered injuries to his legs and is expected to survive.
We're learning more about the man killed last weekend in Oildale. 33-year-old Roger Archer Jr. was shot to death early Sunday morning at a trailer park on Beardsley Avenue. He died in his father's arms. Last night, those who knew Archer lit candles at a makeshift memorial where he was shot. They also wrote messages for the man who, despite his own struggles, they say had a big heart.
He had his good days and his bad days, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time, he was always helping others. I mean, if he had his last dollar in his pocket and you needed it, he'd give it to you.
Archer's half-brother says Archer recently found God and embraced his faith. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help with burial expenses. If you'd like to donate, you can go to our website, kget.com, to find that link. In your 17 Core Watch, deliberations will continue for the second day this morning in the Leslie Chance murder trial. A verdict could come at any time or could take days until jurors decide if Leslie Chance is guilty of murdering her husband, Todd. Deliberations began yesterday. Prosecutors say Chance planned and then carried out the murder of her husband after she discovered he had rekindled a romance with a former girlfriend. Chance's attorney says the evidence is flimsy, that the prosecution case is built entirely on unreliable circumstantial evidence. Reports from the sheriff's office say Todd Chance was shot twice in the chest in an almond orchard near Highway 46 and Noriega Road back in 2013. We will be back in the courtroom today and let you know when a verdict has been reached.
5:05 now. A little girl's in the hospital recovering this morning after she was hit by a stray bullet. The 10-year-old was hit by the bullet at Krista McAuliffe Elementary School in Oxnard. Police say the bullet came from a nearby car-to-car shooting. The child's injuries are described as not life-threatening. So far, no arrests have been made in the case. Homelessness is an issue here in Kern County, but the problem is not just unique to our community. Governor Gavin Newsom has made a point to prioritize the homeless population across the state.
Yesterday, more than 1,600 volunteers, including Governor Newsom, were in San Diego to assess the county's homeless population there. The annual survey is required by the Department of Housing and Urban Development to determine funding for programs dealing with homelessness. Newsom says California has a homeless problem.
With respect to the state of California, it's not an indictment, and it's not about pointing fingers, but we haven't been in this focus. We haven't been in this game. The state of California hasn't had a homeless policy. The state of California has been supporting cities and counties on this issue over the course of the last few decades. There's been plenty of other things to do, but we need to recognize our responsibility.
Last year's count found that more than 8,000 people in San Diego County were spending the night in the streets or in a shelter. Earlier this month, Newsom signed an executive order that created the California Access to Housing and Services Fund. That fund is to help temporarily house and deliver health and social services to homeless people across our state. And here at home, the Point in Time survey is already underway. The homeless count in our area started about 2.5 hours ago. It is estimated that nearly 600 volunteers turned up to help with that count. 17's Taylor Schaub is out there this morning, and we'll bring you a live look on that count just a little bit later this morning here on Sunrise.
The number of flu-related deaths in Kern County just went up. Public health officials say 2 more people have died because of the flu. This brings the total to 3 deaths so far this season. Flu numbers this season are similar to past seasons. Kern Public Health says you can still get the flu shot, and they add that it can help with some symptoms of coronavirus as well. Public Health offers flu shots for $9.
Today, farmers and farm workers can get a lesson on field safety. Spray Safe was created by a group of farmers in Kern County to encourage safe methods of spraying. It started here, but it has spread to other farming communities as well. To learn more, you can head to the fairgrounds this morning at 7 a.m. It goes until 1 p.m.
A local student is set to receive a first-place scholarship award in a statewide video contest.
This is California. It's filled with special districts. Special districts are local government departments that provide special services to a community within its boundaries. They are what help our state thrive. These are some examples of special districts. Airport districts.
That's a look at the video Rubiel Monterosa made that won the competition. Monterosa goes to Independence High School. He'll be presented with the $2,000 first place scholarship prize. The annual contest promotes civic engagement and provides students the opportunity to express their creativity while learning about local special districts.
Wow, that's incredible.
Look at the production.
I mean, I'm looking at the production and going, this is incredible. You know, we're seeing more and more of this, I feel like. We're seeing so many students here in Kern County that are producing these videos, these whatever it may be, putting their skills to the test, really, and it's coming out great.
Very talented.
Very talented.
Give him an application.
Seriously. All right, 5:09 now, and the point in time count, like we mentioned, is underway this morning.
Coming up, 17's Taylor Schaub takes us there live and has more on what organizers hope to learn this morning.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News with Maddie Jansen, Alex Fisher, and Kevin Charette with your Pinpoint Doppler forecast. This is 17 News at Sunrise.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Keep going.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A little more. Testing, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4.
Yeah, they've got. See if they can lower their music.
Hey guys, would it be possible to lower the music? Just for like 2 minutes. Yeah, music. Thank you. Is that better? We lowered the music.
We all need that wild.
I think just everyone's talking too. You're gonna have to use that because of.
Yeah. Here, I'll put on the handheld. Let me know.
There's a lot of chatter in this. Right here.
Hold on.
Yes.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, testing.
Welcome back. Volunteers have already hit the streets this year for the point-in-time homeless count here in Kern County.
17's Taylor Schaub has been at the mission this morning at Mission at Kern County, and he's joining us with an update on how the count's going. Taylor?
Maddie, some 600 volunteers are spread out across Kern County for the point-in-time count, the annual point-in-time count. The goal to find out how many homeless people are on the streets. And I'm going to step out of the shot right now because this year it's a little different. The census survey started at 3:30 a.m. and will go just past 8 a.m. Volunteers are trying to get the most accurate count yet of just how many people are living on the streets. Last year's count was bolstered by an influx of new volunteers. And look, as you can take a look at the map out there right now, people are actually tracking it on their phones instead of on paper this year, giving them a real-time count. So this event, a little different technology incorporated this year as they try to get the most accurate count they ever have. In downtown Bakersfield, Taylor Schaub, 17 News.
That's very different, compared to years past.
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting thing to see, using technology.
And usually it does take, if you remember, several weeks to get the results of this count. So perhaps this year we're going to be finding out the results a little earlier. Thanks so much, Taylor.
522, and a group of dadvocates dropped off thousands of signatures to Congressman Kevin McCarthy for paid family leave. It's all part of a campaign by Dove Men Plus Care for the U.S. to federally mandate paid leave for fathers. Dove spokesman Jordan Lewis was outside McCarthy's office yesterday to drop off the signatures. He says the congressman's office was very receptive to their petition.
Congressman McCarthy's office agrees that American families are at the heart of American values, and we need to put in a policy that is equal and appropriate for all parents.
Right now, paid family leave is mandated in California, Rhode Island, New Jersey, and D.C. A family paid leave law for federal workers was passed with last year's spending bill.
The 3 Americans killed fighting fires in Australia have been identified.
We'll tell you a little bit more about them coming up after this.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
We're back here at 525 in your Business Watch. If you're an Amazon Prime member, here's another perk you can take advantage of. Prime is now offering its grocery delivery service called Amazon Fresh for free to Prime members in cities worldwide. The previous monthly fee of $14.99 is no more. You just go on Amazon and enter your zip code to see if Fresh is available in your area. A local courier will deliver to your door within 2 hours, and you can even track your driver in real time. But you do have to order at least $35 worth of food per delivery. Apple's hoping to motivate you to hit the gym more often by linking Apple Watch with gyms and health clubs. The program, called Apple Watch Connected, launched Thursday with several chains. Through it, gym goers can earn perks such as gift cards and reduced membership fees by achieving exercise goals. The partner gyms have their own iPhone and Apple Watch apps, accept Apple Pay, offer a perk, and have equipment that uses Gym Kit. Gym Kit syncs the Apple Watch with exercise equipment such as ellipticals and treadmills. The launch partners are Crunch Fitness, Orange Theory, Basecamp Fitness, and the YMCA in select cities.